Ever wondered how white chocolate is made? It's a question that's crossed the minds of many a chocolate lover. White chocolate, with its smooth, creamy texture and distinct taste, stands out amongst its darker counterparts. Its popularity is undeniable, reaching every corner of the globe and tantalizing taste buds of all ages. But the process of its creation, that's a tale few know. How does this sweet, vanilla-infused delight come to be? Well, prepare to unravel the mystery behind this sweet delight. First, let's get to know the stars of this show. Today we're lifting the curtain on the three leading actors in our white chocolate production, the divine trinity of cocoa butter, sugar and milk solids. Cocoa butter, the lifeblood of our chocolate, is the ivory gold extracted from cocoa beans. It's what gives our chocolate its smooth, melt-in-your-mouth texture. Next in line we have sugar, the granulated sweet symphony that balances out the richness of the cocoa butter, making our chocolate a perfect blend of sweet and creamy. And lastly, we have the unsung hero, milk solids. These are the dry components of milk, responsible for adding that distinctive milky flavor we so love in our white chocolate. Each ingredient plays a unique role, harmonizing together to form the symphony of flavors that is white chocolate. Now that we know our key players, it's time to dive into the process. The first step in this sweet journey involves cocoa butter. As the heart and soul of white chocolate, cocoa butter is an essential ingredient. It's the fat extracted from cocoa beans, and it's what gives our white chocolate its rich, velvety texture. But melting cocoa butter is a delicate process. It's not as simple as tossing it into a pot and cranking up the heat. Imagine you're a conductor leading an orchestra. Each instrument plays an essential role, but they must all come together in harmony. Similarly, our cocoa butter must be carefully coaxed into a liquid state. Too hot, and it may scorch, giving our chocolate a burnt, bitter taste. Too cool, and it won't fully melt, leaving our chocolate gritty and uneven. So we gently heat the cocoa butter over a double boiler, maintaining a steady temperature of about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. This slow, controlled heat allows the cocoa butter to melt evenly, forming a smooth, glossy pool of liquid gold. Now it's time to sweeten things up. We add sugar to the melted cocoa butter, stirring it in until it's fully dissolved. The sugar not only sweetens our chocolate, but also helps to give it a pleasing snap when you bite into it. Next, we introduce milk solids. These are the dried remains of milk, once all the water has been evaporated. They give our white chocolate its creamy, melt-in-your-mouth texture and its signature light color. We stir the milk solids into our mixture until they're fully incorporated, creating a luscious blend that's the very essence of white chocolate. So there you have it. The cocoa butter is melted, the sugar and milk solids added and stirred in. We've formed the base of our white chocolate, and it's as smooth as silk and sweet as nectar. With the cocoa butter melted and the ingredients combined, we're ready for the next phase. Next comes the churning, the heart of the process. Now we're delving into the most critical stage in the creation of white chocolate, the churning. This is where the magic truly begins. You see, churning isn't just about mixing ingredients together, it's about creating harmony between flavors, ensuring that each element is equally distributed, and ultimately producing a texture that's as smooth as silk. Imagine a symphony. Each instrument plays its part, but they all need to blend perfectly to create a beautiful piece of music. The same goes for churning. The cocoa butter, milk powder and sugar are our instruments, and our goal is to make them play in perfect harmony. Churning, in essence, is a dance of ingredients. It's an art as much as it is a science. The cocoa butter, sugar and milk powder need to be churned just right, so they combine to form a sumptuous, creamy blend. Too little churning, and the ingredients remain separate, leaving a grainy texture. Too much, and the mixture becomes overly smooth, losing its characteristic mouthfeel. As the churning progresses, the mixture transforms. It's a beautiful sight to behold. The ingredients that once stood apart now meld into a single entity, their individual characteristics blending to form a unified whole. The end result is a mixture that's smooth, creamy, and just the right consistency. So you see, churning isn't just a step in making white chocolate. It's a journey. It's a process that requires patience, precision, and a keen eye for detail. But the reward is well worth the effort. Once the churning is complete, we're one step closer to our final product. Last but not least, the final touches. After our white chocolate has rested and solidified, it's time to unveil the fruits of our labor. The process of removing the chocolate from the molds can be quite delicate, but a few simple tips can ensure a clean release. Gently tap the mold on the countertop to loosen the chocolate. If this doesn't work, a brief stint in the freezer can help contract the chocolate and make it easier to remove. Once out of the mold, our chocolate is nearly ready to enjoy. Yet there's something to be said for presentation, and a few final touches can elevate our homemade white chocolate to a gourmet level. Consider drizzling a bit of dark chocolate over the top for a striking contrast, or perhaps sprinkling some crushed nuts or dried fruits for an added layer of flavor and texture. Finally, the packaging. If you're gifting your chocolate or simply want it to look professional, consider wrapping each piece in foil or parchment paper. For an extra special touch, place your chocolates in a small box or bag tied with a ribbon. Remember, these final steps are not just about aesthetic appeal, they're the culmination of your hard work, the final manifestation of your culinary creativity. So don't rush through them. Take your time, savor the process, and most importantly, enjoy the result. And there you have it, the journey from simple ingredients to mouth-watering white chocolate. So that's the secret behind the creation of white chocolate. It all begins with the right ingredients: quality cocoa butter, milk powder, sugar, and a touch of vanilla. Each element plays a crucial role in crafting the unique flavor profile and texture we associate with white chocolate. Then comes the process, melting the cocoa butter, adding the sugar and milk powder, and stirring until everything amalgamates into a silky, smooth mixture. The churning process is where the magic really happens, as the ingredients blend together, creating that creamy, melt-in-your-mouth consistency. From there, we pour the mixture into molds, letting it set into the familiar shape we all know and love. And finally, those last touches, the additional flavors or decorations that transform a simple white chocolate bar into an indulgent treat. So why not give it a try? Gather the ingredients and start your own chocolate journey. Next time you enjoy a piece of white chocolate, remember the journey it has been on. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.